Okay. So, what is up, you guys? It's the Fallout What If here, and today I gotta be doing What If. Well, I want to do this actually because some of you guys asked for it. Not only that, I was watching one of the Hulk movies, like the very oldest one, like the very first one that was ever made on look, it was just a movie I was watching. It was called The Incredible Hulk. And I thought, hey, why not? He was one of my first favorite superheroes. Well, besides freaking Ghost Rider and Deadpool, and Wolverine as well. Pretty much a lot of superheroes, but this one spoke to me the most. In his old freaking Hulk smash, that kind of way, or Hulk smash enemy, or something like that. I don't really remember. But I do know that I want to do this. So, Last of Us 21, I thank you for, for giving me, giving me some help and, telling me, a bunch of stuff that I can do. Me and him were working on this little project. So, you know what? Go check his channel. He's showing me different kinds of, hold on, give me a second. You know what? I'm not going to do that because that will be a jerk move. Now, how does this all happen? Well, we're going into a part of time where Deku has a different dad. His name is Muscular. And if you guys actually know what's his actual name, I would very much appreciate it because I can't find a dang thing about him. Now, what happens is Deku's dad, Muscular, is a very abusive father. And the reason why Inko and him met was just because Inko thought he was a very nice guy until she found out how truly terrible the guy was. They got married afterwards, and they had Izuku. Now, basically, a lot of times than not, freaking Muscular beats down on Deku and sometimes on freaking Inko. And actually tries to stop him, but having his muscles and all, just basically smash it, sometimes punches her in the gut. Sometimes she is very weak to it. But here's the thing. Freaking, how do I say this? Oh yes, freaking Muscular, bullies Deku, every time, because nobody actually knows about Deku being bullied. Not only that, nobody actually cares. Because nobody cares about Deku because he's still quirkless. Yes, he is still quirkless, people. But that's all going to change. Now, Deku is around the age of 4 when he finds out that he is very smart. He is so smart, in fact, that he's done a little bit of projects that nobody else knows. And also, Deku is very strong, strong-willed when it comes to building inventions. Not only that, he's been always doing little bits of research. And at the age of 7, he made his own little project, and it worked. Now, let's just say somewhere in S.H.I.E.L.D., or not S.H.I.E.L.D., freaking, yeah, David Shield's place, S.H.I.E.L.D., the freaking, David Shield, not freaking, I forgot what, from freaking Marvel, not that one. Now, here's the thing. They told Deku that he is very good at what he does. Whereas Muscular, well, he's just basically with Inko, and most times than not, he has his way with her. So, Deku's trying to do a lot of things in order for this to work. But at the daytime, he's at work. Nighttime, he is at home with other people because they have the money to do that. And now here's the thing. Or somebody has a quirk, let's say that, and he teleports freaking Deku to the freaking house. Now here's what's going to happen. Deku is, Deku's bullied by freaking Muscular because he's just a nerd. He's super smart, but the fact of the matter is he isn't strong like his dad. And not only that, he still has to go to school, and he's bullied by freaking Bakugo. all the years that freaking Bakugo bullied him, Deku just says, "Why do you keep doing this, Bakugo? You don't really have to keep going at this. I can help you out with your quirk and all." And Bakugo says, "You think I really need help from a nerd like you? Just shut up and let me just keep pounding you for a minute here." And yes, but there's somebody, there's somebody who is going to help with this whole situation here, trying to keep Bakugo off his back, which is Melissa. Yes, I'm going to do Melissa x Deku. Probably somebody else. I'm not sure really. This Deku does have the potential to just like date anybody, but same time there might be somebody. Maybe Intelli. I could do Melissa x and Deku x Melissa x Intelli, due to the fact that she's super smart as well, and she would find Deku kind of worthy of a challenge. Now, anyway, let's begin. Deku works on a project where it makes freaking plants become bigger and stronger, so that way it can make sure that the environment will not die at all. But it also takes a lot of freaking, how do I say it does something to the freaking the nuclear system. They need the nuclear power or something like that to make sure that the freaking how would I say this, the freaking experiment to work, because it's generated by that and converted into those kinds of cells. Now, this is what happens. The project goes bad. Why? Well, Deku was kind of sleepy and his arms were hurting due to the fact that he was defending himself and protecting his face from his arms when Muscular was punching him. Now, Muscular doesn't punch him very hard because he knows that Deku will die. He doesn't want to kill him, he just wants him to suffer and try to make him grow a backbone. Now, here's the thing. Deku gets Deku grabs freaking Melissa, because here's the thing. Deku grabbed Melissa, pulled her out of the way because she was working on it, and the thing was kind of messing up. She didn't want to die, so Deku just went inside and basically pulled her out, but then the door automatically closed due to precautions, and this is when Deku gets blasted all the way or to the freaking window, or the freaking super glass window, which freaking Melissa sees, and she's crying Deku's name out. Deku is on his knees, and he's freaking looking up in the air, and this is when his eyes and his mouth are glowing green. And at the same time, Deku unlocks a quirk. Now, he's going to be the Hulk, but he also has a quirk on his own. Now, Deku is somewhat feeling all this pain and groaning due to the fact that the freaking experiment stopped. What happens is Deku gets up and he tries to stand all the way up, but his muscles and his whole freaking body are just basically depleted of energy. He goes to the hospital. They say it's normal. They just say it's normal. Why? Well, because Deku, I guess because his rage wasn't there at the moment. It was mostly his freaking, how do I say it? It was mostly his will to save freaking Melissa, which saved him, or saved her, and not make freaking Deku the Hulk. Now, what Deku does know is the fact that he feels different. He feels a little more stronger, a little more faster, a little more tougher. And at the same time, when he was going on for a little jog, because since he was okay, nothing was wrong, as they see, Deku was just running and running and running, and then he caught up with the speed. From going to 10, all the way up to 50 miles per hour. Just running and running. And at the same time, he almost got hit by a car, so he jumped up. And now he knows that he could jump over 20 feet. Now, here's the thing. Deku automatically just looks down the ground, feels scared, and then just grabs onto the telephone pole, or no, a light pole, and just grabs it, and his grip is super strong because it bent the freaking metal like it was nothing. Deku feels scared, so he decides to just go home. And his freaking father is there waiting. Now, this is when Deku and Muscular go to the beach because he's telling them, let's go, he tells Deku, let's go box, Izuku. You need to get tougher. A lot tougher, and I'm gonna beat some sense out of you. And this is when Deku says, Dad, I was in the hospital. You know this. We called you, and you know. And this is when Muscular says, "Yeah, I don't really give a crap about that. You look better right now, so you should be okay." And he says, "Come on, let's go." And this is when Deku's like, "Okay, yes, Dad." And this is when they start boxing. Now, Muscular tries to land a punch, but Deku just dodges it. And this is like, oh, look at that, so you can dodge. Well, can you punch? And tries to punch him again. He dodges, and Deku just hits him on the freaking face. And freaking Muscular feels it. He's like, oh, whoa, kid. Look at that. You were stronger than I thought before. I'll give you that much. And this is when Deku says, come on, Dad, I want to go to sleep, please. He's like, not yet. And besides, don't tell me what to do. And this is when he punches Deku in the gut, and Deku is almost lost his balance, but he gets back up, and he says, Dad, come on now, please, let's not do this. We don't have to keep fighting. And this is when freaking Muscular punches him in the gut, and it's sending him flying out of the ring. Or not out of the ring, onto the freaking ground. Or on the sand. And this is when Deku feels a little more angrier. And this is when his muscles grow just a tiny bit. And Muscular is like, oh wow, look at that. You have a quirk now. That's a little good. You know what, kid? We're going to keep testing your limits. And Deku's like, come on, no. And Deku just sees freaking Muscular becoming bigger and getting into his strong form, or his muscle form. And this is when Muscular just starts to punch him, and Deku just flies again, and he just lands on his feet. Now, this is when Deku says, alright, come on now. And he's charging at freaking Muscular, and Muscular, alright, son, look at you. You're gonna become like me one day. And Deku is scared of the fact that he might become like him. And this is when he says, what? No, Dad. I don't want to become like you. You steal and you rob from people. I want to be a hero. And he's like, please. You're my son. You'll always be a villain. And this is when freaking Deku just gets punched again. You know what? I think I know somebody who might I know somebody Deku might go out with. And he might actually have a lot in common with her. Oh yes, I think I like this already. So Deku automatically jumps up and kicks freaking Muscular in the freaking chest, and he's like, Dad, we really don't need to fight. And this is when Muscular starts beating him, punching him in the gut, and swinging his freaking fist at Deku's face, pushing him all the way down to the ground. Now, this is when Deku is just bouncing and ricocheting off the freaking ground for a couple of seconds, and he's like breathing in and out. In and out. And this is when his eyes start to turn green. Not green, dark green, I mean light green. I mean it's going places, that kind of green. And Deku just looks at him and says, that's enough, father. We really don't need to fight. And this is when Muscular says, shut up, we do need to fight. Look at you. You're growing weaker and weaker and weaker. You think I'm proud to have a son who's like that? And mind you, Deku's up to like, what, let's say he's now freaking 10 years old. And this is when Deku says, Dad, please, you're just going to make me angry. And he's like, fine, get angry. Get angry at me, it doesn't matter. If you're going to be weak and pathetic, you might as well get mad to use your strength. And come at me with everything you got. And this is when Deku just says, alright, Dad, let's go. And starts charging at him and punching him in the gut. Both are now fighting at full potential. And this is when Deku just punches him and punches him, letting a lot of stress go. But Deku is getting punched harder and harder and harder. And Muscular's like, come on now. Is that the best you got? Keep going. And just punches him in the gut and punches him in the face, grabs him, and throws him into the freaking water. And now, here's the thing. This is when Deku is being pushed down on the freaking water, and Muscular's putting his boot right there. And he's saying, come on now, son, get up. Keep going, and keep trying. Keep fighting, even though it sucks, keep pushing yourself, because my son's not going to be a weakling. My son is going to be a destroyer. I'm going to beat sense out of you, just like I do your mom. And Deku was getting mad because he said that. And now he remembers everything about what his mom always has to go through, what he has to go through, what life is when he's not happy. And now he's in this sense of darkness. Deku is looking in the freaking air. He's also looking in the sky. It's midnight. And Deku seems to be happy with the fact that he's going to die. If he keeps going and going and going in life with his dad there, he might as well just die. He doesn't want to live through this. And then for a couple of seconds, he starts to automatically just give in and fall to this deep slumber. No, he says, and he gets up, grabbing Muscular's leg and flinging him all the way to the freaking dirt or the sand. Muscular sees what Deku looks like. He sees this person, his son, becoming bigger and bigger. And he thinks, my mom's not going to suffer anymore because of you. And because of that, you're making me angry. And this was when he just starts speaking, he's like doing something, how would I say this? He's becoming much more of a madman. He's becoming much more angry. His eyes, you can only see green for a second there, but all you see is red as well. Deku is just getting bigger and bigger, and he says, I want to smash. I want to smash. And Muscular is saying, so you have a quirk, son. Look at that. And becomes much more bigger as well. Looking at his son, it says, you see, this is the potential of us. We can become stronger, do whatever we want. And Deku says, you're not going to hurt my mother anymore. And not Bakugo, Muscular says, oh sheesh. Muscular says, no, I'm going to keep beating her until you see how strong your potential might be. I'll keep beating her if that means you're going to become strong like this. And this is when he starts to punch freaking Deku, and Deku now punches back. And Muscular feels this, and it's like heavier than it once was. He's on the ground, coughing up a little bit of blood, and he's like, oh, what the hell? What the hell is this? You're actually stronger. I see. Oh, God. Oh, sheesh. And this is when Deku is now in his full transformation state. He is the Incredible Hulk now. And he says, Hulk smash! And Deku just charges at him, and he punches him. And Muscular is being punched, or he's flying a long ways from here. And this is when Deku says, Hulk smash, father. And this is when he just goes, this is when Muscular goes and just punches him in the freaking face. Freaking Deku stumbles back a couple of feet And he's like, puny humans, fist, don't hurt. And this is when Muscular's like, wait, Izuku, wait, can he hear me? Is this a transformation quirk? Or can he keep doing this on his own? And this is when Deku's like, puny man must die. And he charges at him and punches him in the face. And this is when Deku is running towards him again. And he just jumps up and freaking smashes two of his fists onto the freaking ground. And Deku just grabs him and just starts spinning him. And spinning him and spinning him and spinning him. Muscular now is weakened because of the fact that Deku is stronger than what he once was. And this is when Deku just throws him into the freaking lake. Or in the freaking ocean. And this is when Deku starts to feel angrier. And he just keeps punching the sand. He's punching it because it's nothing else. There's nothing else he can destroy. This is when Deku just starts calming down. And he says, Hulk Smash! Hulk Smash! Hulks destroy everything. I will destroy everything. And Deku just collapses. This is the first time he ever actually uses the Hulk's strength. And nobody else knows about this. Deku, well, people think he's killed Muscular. But Muscular will be back one day. Deku knows that Muscular is somewhere out there. Because he couldn't find him. But he remembers a little bit. And this is when Deku goes to freaking school. And he goes to the gym. Now, this is when Deku automatically runs to freaking, Bakugo runs up to him. And Deku says, leave me alone. And freaking Bakugo's like, wait, what? And Deku says, look, Bakugo, you heard me. Just go. I have no time for this. And this is when Deku just smashes, or no. Freaking Bakugo explodes his freaking, how do I say it? Explodes Deku, and he's on the ground. And Deku just gets up, because here's the thing. Last night, Deku just became tired, because he went home, and after that, Deku became a little, how would I say this? Oh yes. Deku became much more, a little more angrier. Like his body became somewhat different. Which it did. It underwent a transformation unlike any other has been, or any other thing that has been happened before. Or I don't know how to say it, but Deku knows that freaking Bakugo is reminding him of Muscular. So he just tries to say, I will let you go off with the warning, Bakugo. Leave me alone now. I do not want to fight you. And Bakugo is like, you think you can hurt me? You're just a weakling. And Deku just growls at him and says, look, if you want to get hurt, be my guest, but don't get mad at me when I say I warned you. And this is when Bakugo says, you warned me? You think you're stronger than me? No, you damn nerd. You're not stronger than me at all. You're just a complete failure. And just blasts him again. But this is when Deku dodges. And, well, he doesn't actually dodge. He gets hit with the first one. And tries to dodge the second one. But he gets much more angry. And he says, Bakugo, please, just get out of here now. Let me just calm down. And he says, calm down? What, like you're going to do a damn thing to me? And just keeps exploding him. And this is when Deku is like, oh, no. Just get out of my head right now. Come on, not right now. And this is when he just gets a little more angrier. I must. And Bakugo keeps exploding him. I must destroy. And Deku just gets up once again. looking much more greener and a little more bigger, and becomes much more bigger, and slowly he starts to increase in size. But this is when Bakugo is like, oh, look at that, you got a transformation quirk. And he's like, but that won't hurt you. And he grabs Bakugo's hand and flings him all the way to the other side of the freaking football field. And Deku is like, I'm warning you, Bakugo. Let go. Go, get out of here now. And this is when Bakugo says, so what if you got a transformation quirk? It won't matter. You are a villain, just like your father. And he starts to get mad and he says, what? And this is when Bakugo is like, yes, I know about freaking Muscular, or your father. He was a villain and he was a convict for a long time. My mom told me everything about him. She told me that he was someone to be recognized as a huge threat. And if he didn't just, if he just stopped, if he started to kill a lot more people, he would have been a villain. But the fact of the matter is, nobody knows that, if nobody thinks that he's killed a couple of people, but people are thinking that he has. Look, you are just going to be like him one day. So it's up to me, a hero, to actually help out the freaking world and kill you. And this is when Deku says, I'm not like my father. I'm not like him at all. And he's like, he has a muscle quirk. Look at you. You became bigger and much more angrier. Sure, you're not green, but your father was red. Every time we saw him, he was a he had red muscles, and you have green. You're just like your father, Izuku. You're just going to be a failure and a villain one day. And it's up to me, the hero, to go kill and destroy you and bring you to justice. And Deku is saying, I'm not going to be like my father. I'm not going to be him at all. I will destroy you. Hulk smash, puny human. Hulk smash, explode, boy. And Deku just starts charging at him, and he smashes the freaking ground, causing an eruption and explosion, because due to the fact that there was stuff around there, like machinery, it explodes, and Deku just keeps charging at Bakugo. And Bakugo gets kind of scared, and he's trying to run away. But Deku's closing in on him. And this is when Bakugo explodes him on the face and in the eyes. Deku is just going up in the Deku is just looking up in the air, crying in agony, or getting mad because he just got hurt, because he can't see anymore. And this is when people are starting to call the cops and the heroes. Now, a couple of heroes do come in, because Deku is not knowing what's happened. And after that, once he regains his vision, one of the heroes tries to grab him and says, freeze, you villain! And this is when Deku says, Hulk smash! And just punches him in the freaking head. And the guy is just out for the count. And this is when another hero starts to come in. There's one. And then there's two. And then there's a lot of them. A lot of them are trying to, tie Deku up. But Deku is too strong. He keeps breaking through the freaking, breaking through a lot of things. Even Kamui Woods is tying him up. And his wood is much more stronger than the other ones, but it's still not going to do a thing. Deku's breaking through it. It might stall him for a couple of times, but Deku knows that he has to get out of there. Or Deku is going to break through it easily. And he says, sticks don't work. And if you guys didn't hear what I said sticks do not work. Yep, I'm just going to, describe what I keep saying. Now anyway, Deku is just trying to hurt a lot of the heroes because they're hurting him. And this is when the big heroes gotta be called up. Such as, what's-his-face, give me a second here. Oh boy. This is when Death Arms, or I think that's his name, or I forgot what his name actually, tries to stop him by grabbing him and all that stuff. But Deku just grabs him and says, you are weak. Weak man must die. And just punches him once, and he's out cold. Now, what happens is, give me a second here. Alright, so this is when All Might comes into play. And yeah, pretty much Death Arms was already like out cold. But another hero was going to like do the deed. And her name was Mount Lady. And that's when she says, All Might, you don't have to do anything. I've got this. Hold on. All Might, you don't have to do anything. I got this. Yeah, okay, so that's what I did. That's what I said. Sorry about that, people. And this is when she thinks she's got this. And this is when Deku just automatically is opening the freaking hands. And just keeps doing it and doing it. And she says, wait a minute, hold on here. That's not supposed to happen. I'm strong. And this is when Deku says, pathetic. And just opens up the freaking hands. And her hands, or freaking Mount Lady's hands, start to hurt because, yeah, he pushed it away with not with ease, but, you know, Deku just overpowered her. And now here's the thing. All Might says, have no fear, because I am here. Yeah, pretty much you'll say that. And he says, well, villain, why are you just attacking the civilians here at this school? And this is when All Might, and he sees the anger coming out of Deku's eyes. He's like, huh. So you're not one for words, I see. It is a shame. But I will not let you hurt these people anymore. And he charges at him, and Deku charges at him. Or All Might and Deku charge at each other. There we go. And start fighting. When their fists clash, there was a wave of freaking people already, how would I say this? There was a wave of people like feeling the vibrations, and they punch once and punch twice and starts beating on each other now. And this is when All Might is attacking him and says, well, I could see that you're a very strong person indeed. Look at you. You're big and green. That seems nice. But you still want to hurt these students. And I will not let you, villain. And he smashes him in the freaking head. And All Might is being grabbed up in the air and being thrown down to the ground. And this is when he says, everybody move back. I have to deal with this myself. And they both are walking towards each other. Deku looks at freaking All Might, and All Might looks at him. And now, they just grab each other, looking like sumo wrestlers, and they're pushing each other back and forth. And this is when All Might picks him up and slams him down to the ground. This is when All Might is being grabbed by his foot and being slammed to the ground as well. And this is when All Might kicks him, and freaking Hulk or Deku is just being thrown back a couple of meters, and he grabs well, how do I say it? He stops himself and freaking charges at All Might. All Might seeing him and tries to punch him, but Deku just dodges out of the way, grabs him and slams him to the ground, grabbing him and slamming him again. And this is when All Might kicks him freaking all the way high up. And Deku feels that. And now, he falls down. Freaking Midnight uses her quirk on him. But Deku just feels nothing. Nothing at all. And all he sees is just a beautiful girl. A smoking hot... Or how do I say it? She's not that old yet. You know what? Let me go check. Sheesh, hold on here, people. Okay. And this is when... Oh, sheesh, hold on. Deku looks at this woman here whose name is Midnight. And all he sees is this. Looking at her. And all she sees is... Yeah, pretty much... that. And shout out to Last of Us 21 for giving me the inspiration for all this kind of stuff right here. Yeah, so anyway, Deku just looks at her, and he's just smelling the scent, or the pheromones that she's giving him, but Deku is just standing and looking straight at her, and seeing how beautiful she is. But this is when All Might just grabs him and starts slamming him, doing a freaking German suplex. And Hulk just gets mad. Gets freaking angry. How dare he freaking do that to him? He was enjoying the show until All Might ruined it. And Deku says, Hulk smash Bunny Man! And he's like, wait a minute, I'm not a bunny, I'm All Might. And this is when he says, die! And freaking Deku starts punching him, and freaking All Might just says, United States of Smash! Or Smash! Or sheesh, I kind of forgot how the voice worked for that. But anyway, he slams his fist onto freaking Deku's face, and he starts beating him down, and keeps going at it, knowing the fact that he won't just stop because this man is a brute. And this is when Deku is just reverting back, because right now he did not get a lot of sleep. Like I said, he was fighting and fighting and fighting, but at the same time, freaking Deku, all he just knows that he's like turning down, but at the same time he's getting back up again. Yeah, that's the thing. Deku sometimes can, or the Hulk itself can get damaged a lot, but he could see that freaking how would I say it? He could see the fact that Deku can the Hulk itself can get up even though it's been beaten down so much because its rage is fueling him. And All Might's like, wait a minute here. I thought I beat you down. You're supposed to go to sleep. And Deku was about to get mad again. And he's like, wait a minute. Oh, not Deku. Melissa comes into the scene, and she stops freaking All Might and says, Uncle All Might, you can't do this. And and freaking All Might's like, wait a minute, Melissa. Wait a minute here, Melissa. What are you doing here? And this is when Melissa is like, look, I know who that boy is. And, or how would I say it? I came to go check on Deku because freaking Bakugo was running around saying that that Deku turned into a monster. And look at him, he's not a monster, but it's just he's changed. And he's like, wait a minute, it's a classmate. And a lot of the heroes are like, ooh, we just like beat down a kid. Oh, sheesh, that's not going to go well. And this is when Deku is looking at Melissa and walking to her. And this is when All Might is about to punch, but Melissa just stands back and protects freaking Deku by just, putting her hands across or like opening her arms up or something like that. And she says, no, look at him. He's not angry. He's angry, but we don't have to do this to him, All Might. And freaking All Might says, but Melissa, he almost destroyed a student. And she's like, the student was bullying him. Or a student was bullying Deku. And he became angry. Or, yeah, he became angry. And All Might's like, but Melissa, it's, alright, Melissa. If that's what you need, we will do it your way. But if he comes to attack again, we will have to bring him down by force. And this is when Melissa says, alright, All Might, thank you. Alright, All Might, thank you. And this is when she says, Deku, are you in there? And this is when freaking Deku gets on his knees and he looks at freaking Melissa. And this is when Melissa's like, oh, wait a minute here. Freaking, they're 11 at the time, so yeah, I kind of messed up on the age. So Deku was like, Melissa, and she's all like, yes, Melissa. Look, Deku, you need to calm down, all right? Just calm down, and wait a minute, I have an idea. Midnight, can you come here for a bit? And it's all like, me? Why me? And this is when Melissa's like, please, I need your help. I need to make sure that, freaking Deku can be calmer. And this is when, Midnight's like, but my stuff won't work on him. And this is when she's all like, well, this is when Melissa's all like, look, I know that, but we can calm him down with it. It had some kind of effect, right? And this is when freaking Midnight starts to do her thing. And freaking, how would I say it? Huh. Oh, yes. Freaking Midnight just, hold on, let me just put this right here. Alright, let's go. Okay, so, she, tears off some of the freaking, her, like, suits, and the pheromones start to go into Deku's nose. And Deku is much more calmer. Very calm. And this is when he starts shrinking. And this pains him. Or the pain hurts because Deku is not used to, like, de-transforming. He passed out the last time. And now he's not passing out. He starts to shrink and shrink and shrink. This is when he becomes the Incredible Deku. Or just Deku for short. And Deku's like, ouch. That really hurts. My body's not very used to it just yet. And this is when Melissa's like, how did you get this? Or when did you become like this, Deku? And Deku just says, I really don't know. My whole body feels weird. And I should go to sleep. I haven't slept that much. And this is when freaking Nemuri is just like, wait a minute, my quirk isn't working on you still? And Deku's like, it smells very nice, but I have to say, I'm just very tired. He's like, but wait a minute, I'm very attractive. Do you not see me shaking my hips? And Deku's like, believe me, if I was awake right now, I'd be all over you. But at the time right now, I'm just super, super tired. And Deku just goes to sleep, and Melissa's holding him. Oh, jeez, hold on. And freaking Namuri's all like, he'll do me. Wow, I have to say, this kid is very, very forthcoming with what he wants. And Melissa's like, but wait a minute, doesn't Deku like me? I mean, I have some valuable assets as well. They're not just like Midnight's, but it's just this kind of sucks. And freaking Mount Lady just walks up to her and just like, oh, so I see that you did you helped out Midnight. And he's like, oh look at that, Mount Lady. And they're both like just smiling at each other, but at the same time they know they hate their guts. So, enough of the little fan service. Deku wakes up. Let me just slide right in there. Okay, right here. And he's like, getting awake, and freaking Inko and him talk to each other. And she's like, oh, my baby boy, are you okay? Are you hurt in any way? And Deku's like, as far as I know, Mom, I don't actually feel nothing. I feel okay. My body feels a little more better. Although it was kind of weird. I thought I was going to go to jail. And he's like, so you remembered everything? And Deku's like, yeah, I did remember everything. I don't know why, but my memory just, all I saw. Wait a minute. Did I see anything? Wait, hold on here. When I was looking at All Might, and at the same time, I wasn't looking at him. It was like something else was looking at him. But then he looked at me, and he said, "You're lucky." And pretty much that was it. So, Deku somewhat turned into the Hulk for a short amount of time. And here's the thing, I'm not trying to do it as much as how the freaking movie was, but I don't remember all of the movie as much, but I do remember the part about the 3 dogs, so don't forget that, alright? So, Deku spends most of his time and basically training, trying to connect with his emotions, because at the same time, he's somewhat changed. He looks at freaking Midnight like she's a snack, due to the fact that All Might tells freaking Midnight and says, Miss Nomori, I would humbly ask you if you can help out Izuku. And yes, Izuku has been helped out by freaking All Might, and Deku is like, yeah, I'll go and talk to, hold on, who's Nomori? And she's all like, it's Midnight. It's Midnight, Deku. Izuku. And I think you should go talk to her. I think her quirk can soothe you and at least calm you down. And this is when Deku's like, alright. And then he goes to freaking Nomori. And we get to at least show a little bit more fan service. And he's like, hello, Miss Nomori? Or Miss Midnight? And she's walking up to her and, like, trying to seducing him. And basically, he's at around 12 to 13 years old. And basically, Deku's like, oh, wow, hi, how you doing today? I just came over to do, the usual, how do I say it? He just keeps, being entranced to what she keeps doing. And she's like, oh, alright, Izuku. Let's go and, you know what, let's get you comfortable. Now, she starts massaging his back, or just doing the shoulders and all that stuff, because she's like, wow, Deku, you look very toned up today. Did you work out? And Deku was like, yeah, I was working out and all. And she's like, oh, tell me more. I became a little more stronger. My strength enhanced a bit. And she's like, oh, wow, that's very good. How about your stamina? Did you grow that by any chance? And Deku's like, well, my stamina increased a lot. I'm able to do a lot of things, and this is when she starts kissing him, and, how would I say this? Let's just get out of there. Alright, so family-friendly content right here, people. Jeez. Deku is smart still, but at the same time, he has, like, a little more rough and tough attitude. Not trying to take a lot of people's crap, but at the same time, being nice to those who deserve to have respect. So basically, how do I say it? They get it all. How would I say this? They were going at, let's just be honest, they were going at it like rabbits, and pretty much Deku was achieving his prime form. How do I say this? She showed him the Incredible Hulk that night. Because Deku goes out at night from time to time. And not only that, how do I say it? Miss Nomori, or Midnight, has a thing for Deku ever since she found out about him being resistant to his quirk, or to her quirk. Her feeling like this thing, because basically Deku knows that, or freaking Midnight knows, the fact is, Deku's the only one, as far as freaking Aizawa, but even then Aizawa is not, breathing in the freaking quirk. So yeah, pretty much Deku just got it on. And basically Midnight's impressed at how good he's pretty much okay in the freaking shack. Or, just doing a lot of stuff. Now this is when Deku is automatically like, so, Miss Nomura, Nemuri. And she's like, hold on. So yeah, Deku was calling her Midnight most of the time. And this is when freaking Midnight and she says, just call me Nemuri, alright, sweetheart? And Deku's like, yeah, I'll just call you Midnight nowadays. And yeah, pretty much they're not going out. But like the fact that she makes him feel like a younger person, the fact that she feels like 20 when she's around him, it feels nice, to be honest. And this is when Deku and her just, you know, sleep and sleep. Pretty much Deku is just, you know, they're spooning for quite a while. And pretty much Deku the next day probably did a Hulk smash kind of thing with her. Sheesh. And yeah, so pretty much that's it. So Deku goes to school still. And basically the 10 months are up. Because it was like very long, but Deku and Bakugo don't get along. But Deku knows how to control his anger he's very, very like tamed now. That's what I'm trying to say. He's controlled it to the point where he could just activate it on will now. But at the same time, he's scared of losing control. That's his problem. Now, Deku automatically just, basically, he, goes to school, or no. He helps out with the training. You know what? I have an idea. Why not have Bakugo have it? Have Bakugo being given to it, or here's the thing, either Mount Lady or probably Intelli, because I'm going to introduce her into the next episode. Now, like, comment, and do subscribe to the channel here, people. If you guys think that I will, I'm going to do like the rest of, you know, Class 1A, you know, how do I say it? I'm going to do the freaking UA entrance exam after that, the freaking, how would I say this? Probably the heroes versus villains, and after that do the freaking how do I say this, pretty much do the freaking, dang it, I kind of forgot. Oh yes, I'm going to do the freaking the attack on the USJ arc. So yeah, now like, comment, and do subscribe to the channel here, people. This has been the Fallout. What if you're here? Bye.